Become an expert. After you discovered your ikigai, unique ability, and zone of genius, you can pinpoint a career path for yourself. After identifying your path, you can find an established expert within the field. Your goal is to become like this person. Do valuable things he or she is doing, and you won't fail to create an indispensable career. Let's show you how anyone can become an expert step by step. Jeremy was a community chain pharmacist. He hated his job, didn't think his job would lead to anything fulfilling. Family life became rougher over the years. His marriage was stressed. He felt like he was failing his kids by not being there for them. This was a typical starting point for most clawing out of their way out of a dispensable career hole. Jeremy and I discovered his unique ability, empathetic communication. He enjoys breaking down complex ideas into easy to understand key points, but only when they really matter to the patient. He found great dissatisfaction from his work because the company's priority was the exact opposite of what he desired to do with patients. The company was more concerned about number care than healthcare. After digging deep with Jeremy, we found his zone of genius. Jeremy comes alive when he is listening to and teaching those in great physical pain. He finds himself moved by their emotions, and that feeling makes him into his best self. Helping these patients brought the best out of him. What he produces then becomes his greatest output. Next, we found Jeremy's curiosity again. After being stuck for about 4 years, the job drained his curiosity. He didn't know where to start. To discover his curiosity, I encouraged him to do something he's never done before, but had always been interested in doing. His answer? Smoke a joint. All right, man. While I encourage curiosity, I also want people to obey the law. He agreed to speak with a friend who could speak to his curiosity about pain relief and marijuana. A week later, I asked Jeremy, "Find a supplier yet?" He declined, but he replied with that he had learned about marijuana medical applications. Something sparked within Jeremy. His curiosity flourished in this moment. He wasn't absorbed by his despair. He became obsessed by the possibilities of marijuana and pain relief. After talking with patients who used marijuana for pain relief, he found himself empowered to pursue a new career path. So what did he do next to stand out from his competition? Because remember, Jeremy has no experience outside of community pharmacy. He devoured content on marijuana and pharmacy. Over a period of a month, he knew every recent marijuana study or discovery. He could tell me where the industry was and what problems it faced. He created lists of every legal dispensary within 50 miles of him. He found himself wanting to share his newfound knowledge with friends and family. Jeremy previously shared during a chat his enjoyment of writing, so I encouraged him to write about his journey online, and he did. By sharing his knowledge online, the public views him as an expert. Why? Because you only need to know a little bit about something to know more than 95% of the general public. If you look at any blog online, you're immediately seeing someone as an expert on a subject. Sure, you may be the skeptical guy who says, this guy, he doesn't know anything. Sure, they may not know. But so many careers of people that I know firsthand are stories just like this. I'll share a few more here in a little bit. He delivered continuing education, at first not about marijuana, but about pain relief and where marijuana could fit into the bigger picture. He spoke to any audience willing to learn, which included nurse practitioners, physicians, occupational and physical therapists. These CE events garnered attention from medical cannabis dispensary owners. He created relationships with each owner and pitched the owner he liked the most. He approached the owner with a job pitch, a description of the job Jeremy wanted to do most. The owner saw the value immediately because much of the pitch was about how Jeremy would solve problems the owners faced, and invited him to the nicest steak restaurant in town. Wise choice, Jeremy. The dinner was an impromptu meeting about the owner. At the end, the owner offered Jeremy a job. When Jeremy asked the owner, why did he choose him over other pharmacists, the owner replied, "You know more about the industry than I do." Value is perceived by the beholder. When aiming for a new job, your best strategy is to create your own expertise. I think of a guy that has actually berated me to start a podcast again and record this audiobook is Tony Guerra. The guy has created so many audiobooks about pharmacy, about medications, and he's always producing more and more books. And now he's developed, an expertise on how to publish books. And people have been asking him questions about this, and they look to him for his expertise. They look for his experience. The point is that Tony didn't take a course. He didn't get himself certified to do this stuff. He simply just got his hands dirty, started doing the work, not knowing whether or not anyone would even like his books or like the things that he create. By getting hands dirty in his job, outside of his job, he learned things and applied them and created that value.